Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Institute of Economic Affairs, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, His Excellency Lu Kong, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Ngoba, our speakers, Professor Tan Xiaoyan, Deputy Director, Kaneji Xinhua, Dr. John Kache, Director of Research, IEA, Dr. Samuel Dapa, Director of Governance and Administration, IEA, distinguished participants from government, academia, business community, development parties, and CSOs, joining us online and in person. My fellow colleagues here at the Institute and the various media houses, the purpose of this symposium is to highlight China's contribution to Africa's infrastructural development and to explore how to reshape the current China-Africa relations in a way that will benefit all parties. Without saying much, I will hand over the microphone to our moderator, Mr. Alfredo Kansi, a journalist at Media General and a member of the Ghana Journalists Association. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is the round over to me, Administrative Assistant, Administrative Assistant IEA. I appreciate it. I was hoping that when he mentioned my name, because he's thank you so much. So welcome. This is an engagement that promises to be very forward-looking and progressive because of where we find ourselves as a continent and indeed as a country, and the need of cooperation and collaboration to spur the kind of development that we all desire, given the face of this pandemic. So, on behalf of the IEA, we welcome you once again, and thank you very much for joining us. This moment, we'll take the Zoom remarks by His Excellency Lu Kong, who is the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China in the Republic of Ghana, joining us by Zoom now to give us his remarks. Ambassador, please, you can unmute and kindly give us your remarks, sir.
Good morning, everyone, and especially Honorable Thomas Mumboba, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, and also the friends from IEA, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I'm very glad to attend the symposium of China-Africa Joint Research and Exchange Program, hosted by the Institute of Economic Affairs, IEA. The theme of today's symposium is focused as the vehicle for infrastructure development in Africa. First of all, on behalf of the Chinese Embassy in Ghana, I wish to express my warm congratulations on the successful convening of the symposium and a heartfelt gratitude to IEA for its considerate arrangements. When conducting operations with Africa, China follows the principle of sincerity, real results, amity, and good faith, and upholding justice while pursuing shared interests. Enhancing unity and cooperation with Africa has always been high on China's diplomatic agenda. China and Africa fought shoulder to shoulder in the great struggle to win independence and uphold dignity. We have partnered with each other in pursuit of economic development and better lives for our peoples. And we have supported each other on issues that are important to our core interests and are of major concerns to us. Despite rapid changes in the international landscape, China-Africa friendship has remained rock solid and as strong as ever. In recent years, the practical cooperation between China and Africa in various areas has made substantial achievements. Even under the COVID-19, China has remained Africa's largest trading partner for 12 consecutive years. Direct Chinese investment in Africa remains steady, and over 1,100 cooperation projects have maintained operation, providing strong support to economic recovery in Africa. Solid progress has been made in China-Africa cooperation under the Belt and the Road Initiative. 46 African countries and the AU Commission have signed cooperation agreements with China under this initiative. As of today, over 85% of the 8 major initiatives announced at the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Beijing Summit in 2018 has been implemented. 60% of the $60 billion supporting funds has been disbursed or earmarked, and a large number of cooperation projects have been launched or completed. All of this provides a strong buttress for Africa to achieve economic recovery. Development assistance is an important part of China-Africa cooperation. China has provided economic and technical assistance in various fields to 53 African countries and 5 regional organizations, including the African Union, implemented more than 2,500 various projects, including more than 130 hospitals and clinics, and over 170 schools, 45 sports venues, more than 300 agriculture cooperation projects, and a large number of infrastructures, such as railways, highways, bridges, airports, and electronic power. Dispatched more than 200,000 aid experts, trained over 600,000 local talents for Africa, and sent 2,100 medical team members to 48 African countries, provided 220 million medical services, strongly supported the national independence and economic and social development of African countries. China and Africa have jointly responded to the COVID-19 challenge through mutual assistance. When COVID-19 broke out, African countries and the AU gave China firm support at a tough time during its fight against the virus. A support we will never forget. President Xi Jinping has been deeply concerned about the evolving COVID-19 situation in Africa. He called for holding the extraordinary China-African Summit in June last year and made a telephone conversation with 11 African leaders, which is a true testament to the special bond between China and Africa, who reach out to each other during trying times. Since the beginning of 2020, China has provided various anti-pandemic urgent assistance to 53 African countries and the African Union in response to African needs. First, China urgently provided more than 120 batches of much needed testing kits, ventilators, masks, protective clothing, and other anti-pandemic materials to Africa. Secondly, after the Chinese vaccine was approved for emergency use this year, China provided vaccine assistance to 47 African countries and the African Union. Thirdly, the Chinese government has sent anti-pandemic medical team to 17 African countries. Chinese hospitals has been paired up with 45 hospitals in 40 African countries. And China has trained more than 20,000 African health workers. The construction of the African CDC headquarters was started ahead of plan. These concrete efforts gave true meaning to the China-African community with a shared future. Fourthly, China has actively participated in the G20 debt service suspension initiative. We have signed debt suspension agreement or reached a similar understanding with 19 African countries and canceled the interest-free loans due to mature by the end of the 2020 for 15 African countries within the framework of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation focus. At the UN Security Council, open debate on peace and security in Africa, addressing root causes of conflict in post-pandemic recovery in Africa last May. We jointly launched the initiative on partnership for Africa's development. This initiative fully demonstrates the importance of boosting China-Africa coordination under new conditions to uphold equity and justice. And it represents our joint contribution to advancing global cooperation and multilateralism. Ladies and gentlemen, China and Ghana have always been good friends, partners, and brothers. Politically, Ghana is among the earliest countries in sub-Saharan Africa to establish diplomatic ties with China. In September 2018, His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo paid a state visit to China and held bilateral talks with President Xi Jinping. The two heads of state delineated and blueprint the future of China and Ghana relations. After the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, China and Ghana united as brothers and supported each other. Ghana voiced its support to China since China first reported the pandemic last year. At the same time, China ardently helped Ghana fighting the virus by providing a large amount of anti-pandemic supplies and the medical equipment. The first charted fight containing anti-pandemic supplies donated by the Chinese government to Africa chose Ghana as its first destination. All these facts have proved that the political relations of our two countries is at the forefront of China-Africa relations. The economic and the trade exchange between China and Ghana has been flourishing. China is Ghana's biggest trading partner and foreign investment source. In 2020, the balance increased instead of reduced despite of the pandemic. In the first half of 2021, that means the first half of this year, the bilateral trade volume amounted to $4.382 billion, a year-on-year increase of 23.8%. The China invested airline company, power plant, steel company, ceramic company, cement factory, tomato juice factory, and paper diaper factory make significant contributions to creating jobs and promoting developments in Ghana. 6 lots of the Sino-Hydro projects are forging ahead remarkably. China-aided projects, including phase 2 of the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Hu, Jamestown Fishing Port Complex, the annex building of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the regional integration are making steady progress. The people-to-people exchange and the cooperation between the two countries have developed in depth. The Confucius Institutes were established at the University of Ghana and the University of Cape Coast, and a Chinese section was set up at the University of Ghana. More than 10,000 Ghanaian students are studying Chinese in Ghana. At the same time, over 6,500 Ghana students are studying in China, ranking the second among African countries. A new session of FOCA will be held in Senegal at the end of this year. China will put forward a new initiative to deepening China-African cooperation, including trade and investment, agriculture, climate change, health, digital economy, and etc. China will release a report on its investment to Africa, encouraging more private companies to invest in Africa and promote Africa's industrialization and localization. and we have provided necessary assistance to effort. So, secretaries to promote intra-continental trade and Chinese investment in Africa through cooperation in infrastructure, connectivity. Ladies and gentlemen, looking back, China and Africa have forged forward hand in hand, looking into the future, guided by the vision of building a community with a shared future for mankind. This is put forward by Chinese President Xi Jinping. China and Africa will embark a new journey or a new era of friendship and cooperation. Finally, I wish the Symposium of China-Africa Joint Research and Exchange Program a complete success. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time.
Much, please. Thank you very much, His Excellency Khan, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China in the Republic of Ghana. Really appreciate it. And just running through, enumerating all these projects of support and investment that China is making in Ghana despite the impact of the pandemic. And also on the continent, as a matter of fact, if you expand the tentacles of this conversation just beyond the borders of this country, China's presence and influence has grown to unprecedented levels for the last at least 70 years gone by. When from the 1950s, you had over 18,000 African students from some 50 countries being given scholarships to go and study in China. They came back with stories of Chinese movies and other things that they came to share with us and the experiences that they had over time. And that experience and the presence of China on the continent has grown astronomically over the last 70 years. And that's the kind of conversation we'll be having during this symposium. And I applaud you that when we get to that point where you will also contribute to the conversation on the way forward. And with respect to this collaboration that we're having in terms of development support with China, we'll come forth with your views as well as we go on. This is the Iea China Symposium on the theme FOCA, a new paradigm of development cooperation. The topic we're focusing on today is FOCA, a vehicle for infrastructural development in Africa. For journalists here, FOCAC is for the China-Africa Cooperation Forum. It is a platform established by China and friendly African countries for collective consultation, dialogue, and a cooperation mechanism among developing countries as well. So that is going to be the basis for this conversation as we go on a number of issues that is enumerated and talk about the political and diplomatic relations that Ghana has with China. The better person to talk about it than our guest of honor for today, the Honorable Thomas Mbonga, who's the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
His Excellency, Lord Ambassador of the Republic of China to Ghana, Dr. Nonke Pachi, Director of Iea, Dr. Samuel Akwa, Director of Governance and Association, Iea, Professor Dr. Young, Deputy Director, Carnegie Chilua Center for Global Policy, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a distinct honor to be among you today and a privilege for me to address this gathering of distinguished participants from government, parliament, academia, the business community, development partners, civil society organizations, and the media at this symposium. I wish to commend the Institute of Economic Affairs for organizing this very important symposium under the theme Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, FOCA, as the vehicle of infrastructure development in Africa. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by acknowledging the excellent relations between Ghana and China. Indeed, July 5th, 2021 marked 61 years of the establishment of diplomatic relations